Hi, welcome to the Crafts channel. My name's Corinne Brad and today I'd like to show you what you can do with the Festive Wreath stamp and die set that comes free with Craft Beautiful magazine. First of all, you've got a set of self-cling stamps, and they're great, these little stamps. If you've just got an acrylic block, they just stick on there perfectly with no need for a rubber mat, no need for any adhesive. And then you've got a multitude of Christmas themed dies like bells and hearts and greetings. Really good value. If you check the description below, you can find out how you can get hold of this pack. But I just want to show you an example of the type of card you can make with this kit. So to start with, I've just got here a 12cm square blank. I've edged it with glitter washi tape and I've put a couple of concentric circles in the centre of it. Then what I've done, and to save time I've done it in advance, I've stamped out our wreath design in a green ink onto green card, and then quite simply I'm just going to rough cut, well I say rough cut around the edge of it, leaving about a 1mm border to create a wreath like this. And because you'll get bored silly watching me cut this whole wreath out, as if by magic, here's one that I've cut out earlier. Always saves a bit of time. So I'm going to mount this wreath in the centre of my card. And I would normally do this with foam pads, but I have neglected to pack my foam pads today. So you'll just have to imagine that it's got a 3D effect on it. So stick it to the centre of your concentric circles. And then also what I've done is I've stamped out that design again, like the piece of paper that I've now put to one side and completely lost. And I've cut out individual holly leaves so that I can build up the design, and with foam pads this would make it a lot more three-dimensional. Let's just pop a few here. I've cut far more than I would actually need, but it's quite nice, you know, with a lot of wreaths. I do like Christmas wreaths where you just build up and build up and build up. I've got a great one that I made last year that's very sort of 1960s, and it's all the colours that I wouldn't normally use at Christmas, like fuchsia pink and sparkling silver. And it looks great on the front door. It's got a massive glittery reindeer in the middle of it, so it's possibly the tackiest wreath you've ever seen, but I love it. So we'll just pop these around here, like so. And then one of the dies that we've got in the kit is a Merry Christmas greetings die. They're the wafer thin dies, so they'll go through most brands of die cutting machine with ease. I'm just going to pop my greeting in the centre, like so. And I've cut that out of a coordinating blue card to match one of the concentric circles. And I shall throw my glue stick about, top it with a, excuse me, let me just get that bit of glue off there. There's nothing worse on your cards than you make them and you suddenly realise there's a bit of dried glue that spoils the whole effect of it. So it's worth just checking things as you're sticking them down to make sure that you've not got any ugly, you know, bits of glue and dollops of dog hair and God knows what else that's on there. Dog hair at the minute is the bane of my life in my house because it just seems to stick to everything. These little hearts that I'm popping down here, they're also one of the dies that are in the kit. And they're not just a die cut. You can see on here, you've got little perforations around the side of it where it's just partly cut it. But I just want to show you very quickly how to make this two-colour bow because it's very simple. If you take your bow die and let's just take a scrap of card. I don't know about you, I save any piece of card that's bigger than about a postage stamp because you never know when you might need it for a small object. And I hate cutting into a fresh sheet of A4 card because especially when it's something small, because you just think what a waste. So I'll pop that out. And let's just use the tip of my scalpel to pop this out of the die. Like most wafer thin dies, if you've got like a thin outline, they have really handy little holes in them, so you can pop a scalpel blade or a pointy stick tool through there just to pop the paper out. So you've got your blue outline, And then I'm just going to use a slightly thinner weight of card. I'm just going to stick this on there. And if you're unsure, you can just cut around the outside of this. But what I tend to do is if you pop that die exactly back over the top, and it will fit nicely on the top. You can see it's not going to slide anywhere because it's actually resting on the card you've already cut. Pop it through your die cutting machine again. And because the card is thicker, you might want to just run it through a couple of times. And ideally what you should be able to do is just pop out that main outline. You might need a scalpel just to get these little bits here. But where the thickness of the card that you've already cut has prevented the blade almost from cutting through the layer of card underneath, you should find that your infill bit will stay in place. A nice sharp scalpel blade is always very handy for things like this. Oh, you know when you do it at home and it's so easy and then you actually do it live in front of a camera and it isn't. There you go. That's it popped out. So you've then got your two-coloured bow that you can just pop on your card. Let's just get rid of these bits of rubbish in the bin that's non-existent. I don't know what I've done with that either. It's going to be one of those mornings, I can tell. So there you go, lovely little card. And if you get the magazine, there's a multitude of other cards that you can make with the kit. It's a very versatile little Christmas kit. And you're not just consigned to cards, gift boxes, decorations, little tiny wreaths. You know, stuff like this is really very pretty. So I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. I hope you enjoyed the method of making your infilled designs very simply, and we will see you next time. If you've been inspired to create, please share your makes with us in the comments section below. And if you've enjoyed videos by the Crafts channel, hit the like button. Want to see more of us? Then click subscribe. See you next time.